Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I guess everybody can hear me. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can see me, clap 2 times. And you know it's the best of the 757 community talk show. I know we're coming on at a later hour today, but hey, things happen. That's what happened. But you always show up to show out. But nevertheless, I got my co-host, the one and only, from WODU Studios. Now she's out there on her own, doing her own thing. I got to bring her in. Simply C. Where you at?
I'm over here.
Oh, I can see you. How you doing?
I'm good.
That's
over
good.
here streaming for a little bit.
Yeah, Happy New Year. I forgot to say, we ain't seen each other since 2024.
That's crazy. Happy New Year. I think it was
Yeah,
about close to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's been a minute. You stay busy. It's hard to catch up with you. You're everywhere. You all on this. You're a celebrity now. I can't do nothing with you.
I don't know what you mean. I just be on the internet playing games now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, country western over the ODU studios and jumping off. Let a brother have some. Let a brother get a little shine. That's all I'm saying. Let me get a little shine.
My Twitch buddy says, "Hey, his name's Meliangelo."
Oh, okay. Tell him what's up. What's up? We got.
Oh, it pops up.
Huh?
It pops up on the comments too. Yeah.
Yeah, I see him up there.
I need my glasses. I can't read that.
Meliangelo.
Meliangelo.
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
What's up? What's up? That's good. He can learn something today.
He was just rocking with me on the previous stream. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, ain't no problem. The more the merrier. Because I got an exciting guest today, but I'm gonna break for a minute to get her on the line. I'm gonna pause my mic.
Oh, that's right. We can do that here. Oh, he's calling her. Palmer, hi. You gotta pop on my Twitch. Hold on, let me mute. We're waiting for the artist. I like how his background is just a house. It's crazy. I had a blurred background. I wonder... Actually, we're going to do things a little differently here. Because I don't usually stream. It's the same. All my platforms. Hold on. Let me mute.
Hello?
Yes.
I can hear you.
I'm on Instagram too. I'm trying to bring people over.
Oh, okay. I'm getting ready to bring the guest on. You know what I'm saying? She's a promoter. She does a whole lot of things. She knows a lot of the celebrities, and I'm getting ready to bring her on. Her name is the one and only Sandie Chase. How you doing, Sandie?
I'm great. How are you all doing?
Hey, we doing okay. My co-host.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. Great to hear from you today.
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Whoa, hold on a minute. I just dropped my phone. When you that's when things go wrong, when you put your phone up there and you're like, okay, I'm gonna put it right here, and it decided to say I'm gonna slide off, so I can make sure everybody can hear you, because you're a very extraordinary guest that we got today. And
please, thank you so much. But come on now.
Yeah, I mean, I just met you, and then I be calling you, and I don't want to get off the phone.
Yeah, we have talked. We've talked a lot, but it's nice to be able to talk to somebody that understands you and on the same page. It's really a pleasure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's why I had to bring my co-host, because my co-host said, I met her at Old Dominion University at WODU Studios, and she had requested to do an interview with me, and I'm like, I don't really do interviews, but since you asked me, and you're a student, I'll go along with it. I'll roll with it. And we've been rolling ever since, and that's been 2017 or 18?
I think it was 18. That's about when I started.
Yeah, 18. So, and then she's been, co-hosting with me ever since, because then she got her own podcast blowing up, all over the place, and covering a lot of events and concerts and stuff herself. So I wanted to have both of y'all on so that it don't be a one-way conversation, because I get to talking and I won't shut up. So I have to have somebody up there that's going to tell me to be quiet.
Oh, put the brakes on.
Yeah. So, Sandy, since I have introduced you, I want you to tell the audience a little about you, because I don't want to mislead the people, because I know you're a celebrity and I know how hard you're dedicated. Oh yeah, you are. But people don't, like I keep telling you, when you have done so much, and you try to stay humble, and some people take it, sometimes try to take advantage of that. But what I try to do is bring people on so that it be archived, and so that people can know that, back in the day, I listened to her, and it'll be archived, and you can share it with their family and friends. But most of all, I try to do things so I can share it with young people, just get another perspective of when talking about entertainment. So tell them a little bit about what you do.
Well, I promote, I own, and I manage. And I've been doing this for a very long time, and I do it because I love doing it. And at first it started out to be a fun thing for me, because I realized that a lot of my friends were artists and people were paying money to see them. I couldn't understand at that point why, because these were my friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I quickly understood once I started doing the business and I started getting paid.
Right.
I couldn't understand at that point why. It's good. But I love it. I deal with mostly, I used to call them the oldies, but I'll call them legends, so I won't get in trouble.
Right.
I deal with all those groups, Harold Melvin's Blue Notes, the Temptations, all of those, the Persuaders, the Unifics. I try to keep music alive as long as I can. Mm-hmm. And also I try to mix the old with the new, bring in some new people, and some of the younger guys are discovering, hey, this R&B, this is pretty neat.
Right.
It's better than rapping and well, I won't say against rapping, but some the music that's not so favorable.
Right.
I don't like to hear, or I will not hire anybody that uses bad language or something like that.
Right.
But it's a fulfilling job. It keeps you busy because I write the contracts. I travel. Just before so I didn't get your email, I was doing a contract for South Africa.
Oh, okay.
But it's a fun job, and it's rewarding, especially when you see all of it come together. But you have to do your homework, know where the pitfalls are, because you can easily fall into them, and that can ruin everything if you're trying to start a career in doing this.
Oh, yeah. And that's the purpose of, I was glad that you took my invitation to come on the show to talk about it, because it's important to show and have a conversation where people can get a different perspective than thinking like, oh, you know everything. No, I don't know everything. That's why right. I search for people that know more than me. Mm-hmm. And that's why I was so inviting that you decided to give me that opportunity to bring you on my show.
Well, I appreciate it. I love your show.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
No doubt.
You do it all.
Hey, somebody got to do it.
It's hard work, but somebody got to do it. I know what you mean.
Yeah, we're losing a generation, of young people.
Yes.
And that's why I do everything that I do, because it's important I get tired of the lip service that they're getting from the people that have the power to stop a lot of these things. Mm-hmm. But it seems that they don't really want to stop it, because if you really want to stop something, you can't come on every week, 7 days a week in the news, talking about the same thing that you've been talking about for the last 15 years.
And that's what we've been doing. We have not been acting on it to try to save our youth and try to catch them. I'm not saying that people that are already incarcerated shouldn't be thought of and given an opportunity to voice their opinion or to, rehabilitate and get out. But my thing is, let's catch them before they get to that point.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Young people that are in school and all these people around here, and we can't come up with no solution other than let's take back the community. That, to me, that's the wrong message. That's the wrong message. You can't take back something that you don't own.
They're shooting people and carjacking.
Hello, you got to, you know, and you're talking to young people like, y'all don't know what we talking about. We know what you talk about. You ain't caring nothing about us. You know.
Yes.
Because if you show them that you care, they will respond.
That's true.
A long way. Some kids have not ever, well, maybe can't say ever, but just a little bit of time and understanding goes a long way. I'm not saying it's going to cure the world all at once.
Right.
But 1 or 2 kids at a time.
Yeah, we can't save everybody. And the Bible tells you that. I can't, like I tell people this way, I can't save your child. I can't save myself. But I know a man that can. His name is Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
So if you can understand who has the power to save, man can't save nobody. Because if he did, we wouldn't be fighting. You wouldn't have wars. You know,
that's true.
You have
but
to
we can plant the seeds and we
Right.
can bring everyone back together, at least bring them back towards God by showing that compassion.
Right.
Yeah, I think, and that is the key. That's our salvation. That's the key.
Yeah.
Bringing people together and showing them, you know, there's only one boss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got something to say, CSea, jump in here.
I've been writing some questions down, actually. I've gotten smart and I started keeping a notebook next to me.
Okay.
So you mentioned you've been promoting for a while. What got you into the industry? Like, I know you said your friends performed and the people doing the connections kind of got the money, but how did you actually get into it? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. You know, as I said, I had some very good friends that were out there. Like, I don't even know if you all remember the Winstons with Joe Phillips calling him father. I used to just travel with them and hang out with them. And I saw things being done well, but I also saw things not so well. So I said, oh, I could do this. And then after I got a couple of local groups, it just all took off when I managed a couple local groups to kind of get me where I am now. I never thought all those years ago that I would be still doing this, and not alone doing it, managing and owned. I am part owner in Harold Melvin's Blue Notes, Tell the World Productions. And that's another thing we want to jump back and tell the kids, whatever y'all doing, anybody, get your name registered.
Yes. Yeah.
Paperwork.
Seriously.
Paperwork in order.
It takes 10 minutes.
And it has worked for me.
Right.
Yep.
One of my friends just is watching the show. Her name is Ella Rose. You know, she's a host, you know, with the most, a young lady. She's wanted to know, did you need a host for any of your activities?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
I'm willing and able to bring in people that are interested and people that you know, they're just wanting to do something on their own. I love it. I love being creative, and I love people that are the same way.
She does.
I have young kids. I have kids, teenagers that open for my shows.
Okay.
I give them the opportunity, and I pay them. You know, I pay them. I don't want them to do work for nothing.
Okay. Well, this young lady right here, she does host karaoke. She's been on cruises. She's, you know, hosting in clubs. You know, she's doing a lot of things. And like I said, she's watching, and she said yes to what you said. You know,
you got to say it right. Yes, I'm interested.
Yeah.
And she sells tickets.
The more the merrier. Everybody has something to bring to the table to make it whole.
Yes, no doubt about it. And like I said, it's always important to try to your friend. I see that your friend's saying big ups. What's his name? Sierra?
Melly Angelo.
Oh, Melly Ellinger. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. No doubt. The reason why, you know, I want, you know, you to explain, how many artists have you hosted, promoted, you know, over the years?
Oh my goodness. I've been doing this since the 80s, so I have no idea.
Oh well, that covers it right there.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
I'm still gaining some more. I just gained some more artists in my roster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you put talk show hosts on your rosters? Because
absolutely. You know what? We're trying to be funny, but I do because the name of my booking agency is Harold Melvin's Entertainment Company LLC, and when I said entertainment, that means if you tap dance, come on.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, because Simply See, she tap dance and she sing.
I don't know about tap dancing.
Hey,
I can hold a tune.
I'm trying to get you paid. You learn how to tap dance.
Little something, maybe not tap dance, little something.
Yeah, little something. You know, just go back. I mean, you still can go over to ODU and take a class and
That's
ballet.
true. I got some time on my stipend left.
Yeah, you can go over there and take a ballet class. I had to take ballet.
Oh yeah, dance appreciation had us doing everything.
That was one of the courses I had to take in fine art. You know, so it never. Yeah, so it's a lot of things that we take for granted, because even then with all the studios, have any of the studios, because you look at you got 50 Cent. You got, I know you got Tyler Perry out there, but 50 Cent. I mean, you got a lot of the rappers now opening up studios.
Oh,
you know, for movies, and they looking for people that write books. They looking for people that act.
Yeah.
You know.
Talent is talent.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's a this is why I have to bring people like you, because like I can't get all the answers, but just by you being here is enough to, I want to be able to motivate the people that'll see this either now or later, because they will be contacting. I don't know if you want to put your telephone number or your email address.
It's already open. We can do that. It's already public. Has had it for years.
Oh, okay.
A gentleman called me from Germany and asked me to look at a group. First of all, where'd you get my number from? Look at a group that was in Pittsburgh, and I'm like, okay. So yeah, my number's out there.
Okay, and Ella Rose just put up there. I forgot to mention, I sell tickets. She sell tickets.
Oh, you're wonderful. You're wonderful. You got to get in touch with me, because I do also. I usually write the contracts and travel with the guys. But also, when I get bored, I do my own shows.
Okay.
Which I love doing. I love the decoration. I love getting the atmosphere together. And because money is hard to come by for somebody. I want to show you I appreciate you coming out.
Right. Yeah. Because that's the key point. Like I said, I've been doing it for years, and everything I do, I tell people like this, what you charge, find out what you can charge. If depends on what venue it is, let me work with this, and if I can sell all the tickets, you ain't got to worry about your money. I'm still working with people that I was working with 40 years ago.
Yeah,
because they got their money. They ain't had to worry about it. When they walked in, I got your money. Here it is. Go out there and do your thing.
Yeah, those long-time relationships, as I told you, people might find this funny, but I don't have a website. I've never needed one.
Right.
Because the type of groups that I work with, their reputation is still getting them paid. I just wait, the phone just rings. And I know one day it may stop. I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
But the phone just rings, and I'm able to send my guys all over the world, making people happy.
Right.
And,
Do you ever travel overseas with them, or?
Oh, yeah, I do, but I've been there, done that. So like I said before too, I like being in the background. I like making everything happen.
Right.
Without their talent, of course, it wouldn't happen. But without me setting everything up, plane tickets, contracts,
right,
very, very important, because you write a bad contract, you in trouble.
Yeah, that's the main key. And working with my brother when he was doing a concert in New York. We kept going back and forth. I'm not calling any names, but it was like, you got our money and you holding us up. You holding us up with the contract, but we already gave you a 5-figure, and you telling me that, and I don't like to get in between things when, if you say you're going to do something, then I'm the person to go out and say, if I can't use you, I'm going to find somebody. Your name's going to come up somewhere and you're going to get a call.
Absolutely.
Don't make me look like, make me look like I don't know what I'm doing, So it takes me, like I said, is when you're talking to people, you finally kind of get a sense a spiritual sense that, you know, some people you want to work with and some you take a chance on. But you know, after talking to you, I've been talking to you like I talked to Sierra, and I ain't talked. I just met you the other day. Yeah.
We have so much in common, you know,
Yeah.
the entertainment, the youth, and just being good people. You
Right.
know? You love what you're doing, a passion for what I'm doing.
Right.
And you know, I love it. I love the work. I do find that it's hard for me to find people to come into my organization and work with me and have the same mind thought. It's kind of hard. I'm working on it.
Yeah. Well, that's same thing with me. That's why I work solo. I've been working with Sierra is about the only person. I mean, if it's not my sons or something, she's the only one that I really invite. And, you know, I haven't been able to pay her yet. Don't talk about that.
Why did you cough like that?
You know, but she always show up to host. And I know along the way she said, I know sooner or later I'm gonna get more than a peanut butter jelly sandwich. You know, so yeah. That's what I'm saying is. And wait a minute, because Allie Rose is trying to take over my show. She's really, hey, Allie Rose, you had to pay me. But Allie Rose want to know, Allie, what I do? Did it come up there? Did I put the
where she says she needs a manager?
Yeah, she needs a manager because she's real talented. I mean, you know, she's a seasoned entertainer and she's used to have her own radio show, but now she, you know, she done so many things. You just say, hey, I'm going to be out here to be a queen of entertainment. And that's what she's been doing. She kills it. But one thing I know that Allie Rose, she never let me come over to do karaoke though. I'm just trying to think, you know. I told her I ain't gonna run the people out the building.
Henderson Vaughn can actually sing.
You know, I told her I ain't gonna run the people out the building.
I think she's worried you're gonna bring too many people in the building, and then she's gonna have to do like a fire code and be like, "Look, man, we had a limit. We can't do it anymore."
Nah, you know, she said getting the experience is lifetime. You know, she's very professional. And like I said, she's contracted, you know, with different places and venues and cities. And
in what area? Or you just said different cities?
Yeah, different cities. And she's been on, you know, she's been to cruises. I think she went to Atlantic City. I mean, I don't know if she went so many places that, you know, they hired her to come out and entertain. She's an entertainer, you know, she's not just somebody that say, come up and sing a karaoke song. No, she dresses, she gets costumes. She's like a. I like to
see some of her work. I like to see.
Yeah, she get decked out for it. She gets decked out for what she's doing, and she gets the crowd involved in it. You know, she gets the crowd.
Definition of an entertainer.
Right, and that's what I work with. You know, like I said, I got people that get the crowd involved, and it's like it's pandemonium. You know, I got one guy, he's down in Georgia now, in the ATL. He does different things. And when he was working here, man, my Sunday night went from, say, my Sunday night for the talent show went from maybe 50 to from 100 people to 800 to 900 people on a Sunday night. And I'm just telling you, you couldn't even get in there. People that was on in my talent show, I don't know if you ever heard of this sax player named Vince Preston. He used to be the saxophone player for Gladys Knight.
Oh, okay. Yes.
You know, he started at the club I was managing in my talent show. And he went on to be her sax player for over 10 years on the road. And now he's in Las Vegas doing it. And like I tell people, and this other guy, I had this other guy, he was a ventriloquist. I can't think of his name right now. He also started touring. He went to the Apollo 1, 2, or 3 times. And then he was doing different concerts and shows. People was hiring him. And he's still doing this thing. Another guy.
You got to do what you do.
Yeah.
And go out there and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Don't look back.
You bring up a point. I actually wanted to ask about that. So how do you guys know? It's been some years. Henderson Vaughn, you've had a career in entertainment in one aspect, and then Miss Sandy, you had your experience in this aspect. When you started, I know you say you didn't ever see it going this way, but were there ever points along the way where you could see yourself doing this as long as you did? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And were there any like pivotal experiences that solidified, oh, I'm doing the right thing, or this is how I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do?
Yes. I think when it hit me was when I got in demand.
Mm-hmm.
When my phone kept ringing, it was ringing as much for me as it was for my entertainers.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's why I said, hey, maybe I've stumbled upon something.
Right.
Okay.
And still, like I said, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact that some of the people that I thought I would never get to meet, talk to, or do anything, you know, we hang out at the shows, backstage. It's old home week, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, yeah, that's when I realized it, because people, I try anything I do, I try to do to the best of my ability.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And when people started to notice, well, wait a minute, the groups that she dealing with, they working more, or they're
Mm-hmm.
doing this or doing that. And that's when I realized, I said, well, wait a minute, I'm in demand. And when this lady came and asked me, or her husband came and asked me for my autograph, and I said, you do know I'm not an entertainer.
But you are important. You might not be the entertainer, but you matter.
Evidently. So he was so gracious to me. I took the pad that he had, and I took it back in the dressing room, and I got all the guys to sign it. And I sent them, I got their email address, and I sent them pictures and videos of the, of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And
that is so cool.
Yeah.
It is. It's really a cool business. I can't sing or dance. Well, I can dance, but it's just great. I have an ear for music, and I think that's what got me involved. My godfather used to play saxophone in and out with Ray Charles and different people.
Mm-hmm.
And so he used to drag me, tell me, I want you to play the saxophone. So I gave him the next best thing. I started working in music. I wasn't trying to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. He was 83 when he passed away, and he was still at the nightclubs playing that saxophone. I told him, "Not for me. I got to go."
Well, I have to send a shout out, because I met you through a family friend of mine's, Boo.
Yes.
He's been a family friend for over 30 or 40 years, and he just met you, and I'm like, can she come on my show? He said, well, I'll see. And that's how I got to meet you myself. He does a lot of work in the community here, advocate for getting people out of jail and getting, people that's been involved in things. He have got people out of jail with what he does, that might have been incarcerated, falsely incarcerated in prison. And he's petitioned the governor and, stuff of that nature. So I got to send a shout out to my main man.
He never told me.
He never told you?
No, he's told me. We've talked. In fact, I talked to him yesterday and thanked him so much for the introduction.
And
everything. But he did not. Yeah, he didn't tell me all that. I thought, he's that's great.
Yeah, he used to be the bodyguard too. For some. Oh, okay.
He asked me, could he apply for a job? I thought, sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need that security, because they mob these guys. They don't care about age. They don't care about nothing. When they sing, they come off the stage. You got to fight them back sometimes.
Trust me. I learned that in my early career, when I started, dressing up as my character, and I would work with Soul Ranger. And he said, yo, man, can I get you to, come down to Franklin, Virginia? And I said, yeah, I can do that. And in another place, and he had security. I mean, the place was packed about 700-800 teenagers and their kids. And they're like, okay, we're on the stage. He said, no, I want you to go and dance on the floor. But I'm going to have the security, hit about 12 security. They're going to lock arms and you dance inside the circle. I came out in that costume in that circle. I was running for my life 2 minutes later, to get back on stage. I'm like, man, I told you. And then I did another show at the Lowe's. I opened up for Curtis Blow. And I went out there, dancing, and then I made this mistake because I thought we was in a concert hall. They were sitting down. When I walked down off the stage, in front of them. Man, I had if it wasn't for my DJ, he had to get the fire extinguisher and spray it because they wouldn't let me back on the stage. But the noise frightened them, and I was able to get back on the stage. And I'm like, never again. That's not. We're not doing that no more.
Yeah, they will do that to you, and it just seems like they just rush.
Yeah.
Rush you, I had to stop one of my singers from walking out in the audience and singing because he's a cutie.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He's walking out there, and I'm like, come on, dude, let's get back up on that stage.
But I never had that problem as a DJ. I can walk through the crowd, don't nobody grab me. Yeah, if I put my I see. I used to like when I had two different costumes. I used to call myself the Freaky Deaky Madman. And I used to paint my face silver, and I wore a blonde wig, and I came out in my martial art costume, and man, I did that, and the women came out and started grabbing me. I didn't have no security, but my wife was there. She was my security. Yeah, and she went and was fighting them, and I had to stop dancing. Like, whoa, stop! Before they hurt you. I'm like,
she didn't care.
It might be too much excitement for me.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm good at what I do. I dance. I'm a dancer.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know that you're good when you have. Although sometimes it gets a little frightening, but when you got the proper people around you, and when people are loving on you that much,
right?
You're doing
because
just something right. You're doing a lot right.
Yeah, but it's just it's entertainment. I just want people to have fun. I'm not looking to date nobody. I'm not looking to get telephone numbers. If it's a smile on your face, that's the best. That does, yeah. So
I know that's how I feel too. Just when I think I can't listen to that music one more time, because I'm at rehearsals.
Yeah.
I'm on the road with them, and then when I see the excitement in people's faces and the standing ovations, I'm up there standing and screaming too.
Yes, that's
being a groupie.
Yeah. It's exciting, but to me, on all levels of the entertainment that I look at, playing music, if you're not helping somebody, the Bible says, if you're not helping somebody along the way, then your living is in vain. So everything I try to do and create is to give that person who has the idea that they want to do this or have a chance to do it, give them the best opportunity possible.
Yeah.
And
if always give back because I know that some promoters are smaller than some of the larger ones that I work with. So I don't go and charge them full price. I make a price that's affordable to them so they can also afford to have the artist there.
Right.
And I'm giving back. So, and it's worked for me for years, giving back. Right.
It's important. The Bible said the more you give, the more you receive. Because we are stewards of God. If God tells us that we're his children, we have to be like God. We have to help people. I don't look for blessings from other people. I know God has already blessed me to be able to do what I do. As long as I do that. Right. So, do you have anything coming up in your area, any area in the United States that people can, if you want to mention that people might be able to purchase tickets or?
We have California.
Oh.
I'm trying to think. Actually, nothing probably until New Jersey. We have nothing in Maryland on the schedule right now. But if I could, maybe later on, I will give you the schedule to give out to people.
Oh yeah, I can do that. No, I ain't gonna do. Hey, hold up, I'm not doing that.
Huh? We'll just have you back up here.
You have to come on and do it.
And tell us about it.
You have to come on. You ain't. You trying to get me to work free. See, that's what she's doing. She's trying to get me to do her work. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But I can do it on my radio show.
You're so good at it. I want you to put that costume on so you can do that thing for me.
Yeah. I come out there, you know, they ain't gonna let me go. So I done been many places with several places, and people have invited me. One of my top friends have invited me to go on the road with him, but I ain't going up in no mountains. You can forget that one.
I mean, mountains are really pretty, though. You can get the sunrise and a coffee.
No, you're gonna fly out, and then you're gonna drive in a van or something.
All the way up the side.
No,
looking at the valley like, okay.
I don't like to go to New York and be on the Deacon, the Major Deacon. Oh my goodness, I lose my mind. No, I'm not.
That bridge is a little scary, though. It's not just you.
Yeah, that Major Deacon. I was up there, and they had one lane, and they was working on the road, and the people. I looked over. I'm like, I'm right there at the edge. I'm like, oh my goodness, why I come up here? And the people behind me blowing, making noise. I said, you can blow all you want. I am not speeding up here. I'm not doing it.
They're fussing you out.
Drive me when I'm going up there.
Right. Yeah. So it's. I try to do that when I'm driving, but it don't work.
What kind of car you got? I want to stay away from you.
Yeah. I tried that. I'm like, no. I let my son drive, and he's in the military, and we was going to Georgia to my in-laws, my other son in-laws, and he be going around curves. I'm like, man, slow down. He's talking about, I ain't driving that fast. Man, you better slow down. Yeah, I'm in the back. I get in the back seat. And close my eyes. That's how I can't. I can feel the car. I be like so nervous. I'm like pulling my hair out. I can't do it. Anything else I can handle.
You can handle the flying and all that?
Oh, I can fly. I look out the window.
Just hitting them curves.
Oh no, I don't know about that one. Yeah, my wife. Yeah, I want to go to Paris though. I really gonna make. Because I'm an artist. I want to go over there and study painting. So I want to do that. But like I keep telling people, I want to go to Africa to study the pyramids. Learn the energy and the vibrations from that area. But I got friends. My wife's sister. She's been over there many times in China, and I'm like, I don't know about all that. Not me. I don't even want to go down to the grocery store sometimes. But it's.
For Egypt.
Oh, yeah. That's why I want to go Egypt. Yeah.
Yes, I want to. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll add you on the list when we do the contract, and we'll tell them that you're the DJ.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I'll go there. They may not let me.
And you have a videographer to vlog behind the scenes.
All right, we'll do it all. We take the whole family.
Okay, we can do it. That's what I'm saying it's just teamwork. It's so much stuff that can be done if people just learn to work together. Right. These kids would not be shooting every day, every week, but they give certain people privilege to money, and that's the only people they don't give to. If you go out there, they're telling me, city people are telling me, only thing you trying to do is make money. Well, I beg the difference, because I've got letters, emails, videos, and everything that prove that you're a liar. I don't have no problem letting them know that they're liars. They think because they city officials that you don't supposed to tell them when they're lying. But when kids are dying, what are you doing? If kids are dying every single day for the last 10 to 20 years or longer, and every week you come on with the same story in your mouth, how is you doing nothing but lying? When I done talked to kids, and I'm graduated to college, went in the military. I gave their parents information, and their parents even tell me, if it wasn't for you, my son would still be in jail. If it wasn't for you, my son would have never been in the military. You know, these are what comes from the parents, you know. So when people are sitting around talking, you can't keep telling the same story and everything that I've been telling people for years. I got videos to show you. I done been there and done that. And how come other people are doing what I told them what to do? How come those cities are doing it? You know, but like I keep telling people, our kids are, it seems like only thing we want to do is pretend that you can stop whatever you want when you want them. But the future generation, our future generation is at stake. I ain't stopping. You can slow me down. You can slow me down, but you ain't gonna never stop me.
No, you can't give up. I don't give up on anything.
Right.
You can't give up.
You know,
consistency and being persistent pays off.
Yeah, it's just you get so upset. I get up too upset and emotional because it's about to me. I know that you're saying one thing and come out. I've argued with them. They first me out. They'll tell me. I talked to one sheriff department in this area. I talked to the sheriff guy. He said, "Man, I'm known all over the city. The kids know me." I said, "Oh, okay. We don't, we don't need no comic book, no coloring books over here." I said,
that's the story.
I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "And how come that case is you on the news every night in your city? People die. What you talking about, man? Who you think? Yeah, who you think you talking to?" I said, "Well, who's on the other end of the phone? You don't know who I'm talking to." And one person I know him. He had been on my show. He running the prison, which is now closed down. I told him, he said, "Well, I don't think they need them." I said, "Man, you about..." And then 3 years later, they shut the prison down. But they ain't need them because you won't running it properly. You know, people they want to get a position. They want to stick their chests out. They want to get on city council. They want to do this. They want to run the country. They want to run for a senator. But why is the problem is still the same problem that we were facing 20 years ago, 20 years later?
It's the title with none of the responsibility.
Yeah, but our kids are dying.
Yeah.
And that's...
seems to care more about all this other craziness than that.
I know. But like I said, it was with me. It ain't stopping. I'll reach what I need to do. Because I keep telling people, when God tell you to do something, if you thought it was going to be easy, you should have never got in the game.
Yeah.
Jesus already knew when he came here. He already knew what the outcome was going to be. He knew. So when you get in God's game, if it was easy, then everybody would be doing it. Nothing is easy without God. One of my other friends just chimed in. This is Annette. She's from the Bronx in New York. How you doing, Annette? She's you're blessed, So like I try to explain to people, when it comes to trying to motivate people and get everybody on the same page, it's like a domino effect. If one child see that it's good, they're gonna tell another child.
They're gonna follow.
And they're gonna follow. I mean, why you think they following them? They following them to doing negative things. Because they have, I know what they tell me when I talk to them. We got nothing to do, Mr. Vaughn. We have nothing to do. Please don't stop. That's what they come in and tell me. They begging me not to stop.
That's puzzling to me too. Why is all the youth stuff, this bad stuff that's going on, they cut out any after-school activity places and things where the kids could go,
right?
Keep them out the street, but they closing them.
Right. That's what I'm trying to. That's why they doing it, so they can get in trouble, and they're going to jail.
And they get paid
20 cents.
All those jail cells filled.
Oh yeah, they got to keep those jail cells filled because the city, they have to pay them $100,000 to $150,000 per prisoner. It's the part. That's how they keep the prison. That's why they keep it. They ain't trying to stop it.
No, it's a business.
Right.
It's a business. It's about money. My sister was an accountant for 35 years.
Right.
And that for the penal system.
Right.
She, it's common sense.
Right.
Free labor, all of that stuff. It's just too much.
And that's how you have to get the message. The message has to be out to the young people. And that's what I try to do. The way it has to be done. The way I do it is the only way they're going to get their attention. Because like I said, I read John Hopkins. John Hopkins do study and research every week or every month on gun violence, mental health issues. And you're telling me that the things that John Hopkins is saying, I've been telling you for the last 30 or 40 years, and it take y'all this long to figure out, hey, gun violence is a mental health issue. I told you that way back in the 90s.
People fall through the cracks. But yes, we have supposedly the best mental health program.
Yeah, but what they're doing is they try to manipulate us, our community, as if we don't supposed to know those things.
Mm-hmm.
We're not supposed to know that. We're supposed to be. We are the people that they're taking your jobs. They come in here and taking your jobs. Black people ain't worked in no fields in about over 100 years. And you think you're going to get black people back out there picking cotton and watermelons? You got to be,
Yeah, I can't see it happening.
But like I try to, with me is, like I tell people, if you ain't, you can slow me down, but I don't worry about all that other stuff. Like I keep telling you, if it was easy, then everybody would be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at, the Bible said that they're the chosen ones that I have to come. And right now, I consider y'all two to be the chosen one, and when God says something, that's all that makes the difference, because he said, well, there are two or more in my name, that's where I shall be also.
All right.
So like I keep telling people, I don't quote scripture. I quote what my spirit tells me to say. So, and when that comes along, it's about letting people know that we all have a responsibility.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King, they be like, well, Martin Luther King was living today. He be turning over in his grave. He already turned over in his grave. But you should have picked up his book. He said in his book before he died, he said, what have I done? I have led my people into a burning house. And what he meant by that is because we were better off separated. We wanted to go sit at the counter with them. And that's when our downfall came. Yeah, we had people that build whole cities, own whole cities. But Chicago was created by a black man. You had people that had airlines, cabs, and buses. See, what happened is when he did that boycott and stopped all the black people from running the bus. See, people read, but they don't read for knowledge. When he stopped the boycott and told black people not to ride the bus, that went on for almost a year, over a year. And then the people down in Texas or wherever went to Johnson and said, hey, you need to end that boycott. We're going broke. He said, well, ain't nobody been riding that bus for over a year. That's why he passed the bill. People don't even know that you keep thinking that they do things because they found out that we control money.
You hit them in the purse strings.
Right. The same thing with churches. Churches, they've tried to figure out, well, how these people getting all these houses, building, doing all this stuff. Why? Because they found out that people were putting money in the church. That's why they came up with the 501c.
Yeah.
And every church is on a 501c. You got to report. So you don't own nothing. You taking money. We taking money from our community and putting it in their banks. Then they'll give you a loan. If you got over 800 or 900 or 1,000 people, they'll give you a $50 or $40 or $50,000 loan to build a church, and you paying for that for the next 70, 80 years. You don't even know what time it is.
No,
but
research.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's right there in the book. But like I tell people, when you do research, you got to pray. Because when you read, the Bible tells you, when you read for knowledge, you pray for wisdom. It don't matter what you read, you pray for wisdom because it's hidden in the words. It's not there visibly, because if it was, then everybody would be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you begin to pray, God just show you little, like, when you see stuff like in a movie, like it just pops up on the screen, out of the book. That's how it does. That's how it does in your mind. That's how it does in your mind. It just comes, So, like I said, I get carried away. That's why I have to have somebody else. Sierra's not saying anything. That's why I keep talking.
It's because you're speaking things that I think everyone should hear. And there's no better presentation than someone who has the life experiences already. There's nothing I can say there are things I can say with my life experiences to support what you're saying.
Right.
But I think everything that you're saying is important, and the way you're presenting it is how people need to see it.
Yeah.
I pray before we do these too that we say, what we need to say, how we should say it, so that it's God's word getting out in the way that he has for us to present it. God didn't want robots.
Right.
And he doesn't want his story presented the same way in every scenario. So
yeah,
I just listen.
Yeah, we all have stories because that's all that's what television is. They'll tell everybody's story but ours. But our stories is we going to jail. We out of control.
So-and-so shot so-and-so.
Yeah. But the true story they don't want to tell you, And but that's what us young people need to know. That's what I'm saying is when we're doing things, we have to educate our young people. The Bible said train them while they're young, so when they grow old, they won't go wrong. They won't stray away. They don't stray away from stuff that they learn. You just have to show them the right things and protect them. It's just common sense stuff. I mean,
it's not common sense to everyone though, because not everyone finds it important to have that.
Yeah.
And you won't know without that experience. Like that's something that surprisingly streaming has brought a lot of understanding for me for. As I share my experiences during the games or someone else is sharing their experiences, we share enough to adjust perspectives and create an understanding like, oh, I couldn't have looked at it like that because I didn't have those experiences. I have biases that I don't know that I have until we're confronted with these conversations. So by having them with compassion and just sharing your experience without expectation for understanding, just saying, hey, this is just my story. I see that you don't understand, and this is why this is important.
Right.
It makes a difference.
It makes a whole lot of difference. It's just, this is what we do here is what we paid to go to college to do. And because Sierra, I mean, because you just coming out of college, what do they make you do when you take a class? Don't they tell you, all right, 4 or 5 people go and make a group?
Oh, so I didn't know where you were going to go with that because I had a whole unrelated story to that happened last night. You know how you were saying, like, when you're doing what you're supposed to do, there's things that'll happen. It doesn't come without challenges. So I'm so glad that I've outgrown that challenge of what people say and their opinions of me, because someone commented on one of my videos saying that I look like Lil Tecca. And if you look up Lil Tecca, it was a very ignorant comment because Lil Tecca is, first of all, a young man. And the only reason they said that is I have dreads and glasses or locks and glasses. And my first thought was, I don't think, first of all, ignorance is bliss, because why would you just say that to someone you don't know? It's not true. And you could have just said, oh, you guys have the same hairstyle and glasses or whatever. Like you could have said something that way, but you wanted to be disrespectful.
In a different way.
Correct. And second of all, I don't think you have an education, which goes back to ignorance is bliss, because college was one of the most, I mean, of course, being a military kid had a diversified background, but it was one of the most intimate settings of diversity where you had to work with people from multiple cultures. You're in the same goal. You're not getting paid to do this. So you got to figure it out. Or, well, some people are getting paid, some people aren't, but you're getting paid substantially less than the average worker. And you come out of it with a piece of paper that says that you did this.
Right.
And it just challenges you to have better articulated conversations and discussions. If you're having a disagreement, you know how to kind of word things a little bit better because you did that study of other people. or you've read through what other people have done. For my degree, it was biology.
Mhm.
I am constantly grateful that I did not waste my degree. Like, I've questioned so many times, but being a biology major with an ecology focus, I read a lot of scientific papers where people spent time
Mhm.
from weeks to months to years collecting data, and then they had to go back through that data and translate it for the general public to kind of understand, and even
Right.
that information isn't clear. So we had to sit there and break it down even more, and it forced me to write differently, it forced me to speak differently, it forced me to research more effectively, so that I understood, like, oh, this isn't a sound source. Like, just because somebody said that doesn't mean that that's founded in anything. How much time did they spend doing this? Where did they get this information from? Did they just copy someone else, or did they go get it themselves? Or, so that's where I was gonna go when you mentioned going to college.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
it's a lot to learn. But I wanted, before we got about 3 minutes before the show end, I want to mention this. Millie Jackson's daughter, that she got that new song out, on the floor, the remix.
All right.
And Millie Jackson was, like I said, we did a concert in at Lieberman University. Back, my brother did. I did make a little clip of it. Let me see where it is, so I could play it for you while you was on the show. I think this is it.
And I want people who are in here.
That's not the one. I'm gonna put it up here. I don't know what happened to it. That's the craziest thing. But nevertheless, maybe the next time when you come on, so you can talk about. I did mention that you do manage Billy Brown of the Moments, Ray Goodman and Brown.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I can get jobs, work for it.
oh, you can get work for him.
I only
Oh,
manage the ones there's 5 or 6 I told you about.
oh, okay. I did have him on the show. I didn't, I
Yeah, I
apologize.
had him on too, and he's awesome, and we work with him, of course.
Yeah, because he mentioned to me that he's got he's in the studio now working on some new music that'll be out in March or April.
Yeah, that's what my guys are in the studio too, working on some new music. We're got some buyers overseas. We're going to do vinyl and send it overseas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Atlanta was coming back now.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, so like I keep telling people, there's so much out there that, I do both. I got so many. I still got hundreds of albums that's in like mint conditions from the 80s all the way up to now, even the 70s.
Mhm.
I still have some too. I don't have that many, but I still have some.
Yeah, I got so much stuff. I can't even. It takes me 2 or 3 days to find stuff when I go look for this. I got videos, I got recordings, videos, and shows and stuff. People that I interviewed. I just put a few clips, but the clip of Millie is on my Facebook page. That's where it is. I didn't bring it in, but like I said, you got any closing words or anything that people want to know how they can reach out to you? Or
Yes, first of all, I enjoyed it so much
Mhm.
coming on, and I thank you all again. But you can reach me. I can give you a phone number: 301-915-6536. And my email is unique, UNIQUE, the digit 1, pro@gmail.com. And let's get together and let's make some things happen.
Hey, that's what it's all about. Let's, definitely. I'm interested. I do have another friend that sings. I will call her probably after I get off. She makes. She's a blues singer. She's well known. She entertains throughout in this area. I mean, throughout the country. So I know she had made a movie too and stuff. But I'll reach out to her when I get off. But she's in the Alabama. She's in the Hall of Fame in Alabama blues. She and her husband.
Love to see people doing well.
Yeah. So I was definitely gonna give her your number, and let her know to reach out to you as well.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So with that said, I have to end the show because I gotta go. Because I gotta get to my show on. I'll send you a link to my live show when I go on my radio show. But thank you so much for being here with us. And thank you.
Thank you for having me. I had a wonderful time, and let's do it again.
Oh, we will. Oh, well, we will be doing it.
Okay.
You know, I don't have to talk when you here. I can just sit back.
Oh, come on. Man. Words of wisdom you give us. Come on.
You know, I'm trying not to. I try to keep my mouth closed.
No, be you.
Okay.
What we talk about, it's all about being yourself.
Okay, as long as I get it.
God made you to be. All right.
As long as I got it from you and CSea, I'm good to go. All right. And I'll be talking to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, see, I really appreciate you coming on and co-hosting as you normally do. And I want to thank our guest, Sandie Chase, for being so eloquently speaking of the things that she do and the support that she try to give others. So if y'all want to reach out, she gave you the information. You can always rewind this or look at it later, and if you want to reach out to her. But Simply C, you got any closing words, remarks?
I think just to continue with compassion, and try to remember that, what do they say? You catch more flies with honey. So if you want to make a change, then be sweet about it, because everybody appreciates that.
Hey, it look like a t-shirt to me.
Yeah.
Look like a t-shirt you should be working on.
I'm writing it down.
I'm
writing it down.
Yeah. You can't don't be giving out them jewels over there, because people be like, oh, I'm gonna get that one.
It's already trademarked, guys. Don't even do it. I work that fast.
That's what I'm talking about. Let them know. You can try if you want, but you can try.
I already beat you to it.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun. I'll be on the other side of the mic on WVDM on the radio side at 3:00 live. So if you got a request, don't forget to hit me up. WVDM Radio. And until then, CSea, I'll be chatting with you later. Thank you so much for co-hosting today.
I know
you have a busy schedule, but it's always a pleasure to have you to come on.
Thank you for having me. This was a nice conversation. She was cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we need. I mean, I try to bring as many of those kind of people on as possible, because it's like I keep telling people, it's not about me. It's about how many people we can come together and stop this madness in our communities throughout the United States.
Yeah.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that's it, y'all. Gotta run. Gotta sign off. Gotta go. Hope you enjoyed the show, and share this information with other people on your network.